You know that moment when you realize that your entire personality might be a symptom? Yeah, that was me at age 56, reading a magazine article about ADHD in older women, nodding along like I was reading my own diary. Oh, that's ADHD? Yeah, that's me. Oh, that is too? Oh, geez. Suddenly, I wasn't just bad with deadlines or weirdly obsessed with the history of Yugoslavian punk music. I was neurodivergent. As Gomer Pyle used to say, surprise, surprise. Let's back up. I used to think that childhood trauma had damaged me beyond repair. Like I was born with a faulty operating system, and they said, sucks to be you, kid. And most of my adult life, I believed it. Every yearly planner I bought and only filled out one page. Every job I would quit when I got bored with it. Every forgotten appointment or impulse buy felt like proof that I just wasn't built for normal life. I'd cycle through different passions, hyperfixating until I was bored, then on to something else. Food, music, clothes, books. Nothing held my attention for very long. It all felt random. I felt like I was damaged goods. But I wasn't. Turns out ADHD is a perfectly good explanation for why my thought processes are like a raccoon on cocaine. It just took me 5 decades and a magazine subscription to figure that out. The thing nobody tells you about a late in life ADHD diagnosis is that it doesn't just give you clarity. It takes the roof off the box that you had put yourself in. Because now you're rewatching your entire life like it's a movie. That job you quit because it bored you, ADHD burnout. That time you didn't return an email for 3 weeks and pissed off your best friend, time blindness. That unending record room reorganization that made you miss a flight, hyperfocus. But it's not just relief you feel, it's also grief. Because now you know you weren't lazy or selfish or not living up to your potential. You were right all along. You just weren't diagnosed. It's so easy to be dragged down with what ifs. What would my life be like if I had known? Would I have an actual career? Would I have been a criminal? Would I have been in a Quentin Tarantino film? Or would I still love stuffed animals? It didn't help at all that ADHD looks completely different in women. Growing up, I wasn't bouncing off walls like the little boys in my class. I was daydreaming, zoned out, anxious. I was a perfectionist. Teachers liked me because I wasn't disruptive. I was just quietly drowning in executive dysfunction. So no one noticed, not even me. Getting diagnosed late means realizing that you spent decades trying to fix the wrong things. I didn't need more discipline. I needed a map of my brain. I didn't need to just try harder. I needed to know when my dopamine supply was flagging so I could do something about it. However, post-diagnosis doesn't come with a manual. You still live in the same chaotic brain, same world, same responsibilities. You just now know why your grocery list has lettuce on it 4 different times, along with cough syrup, and nothing else to actually make a meal. And it's not like the world adjusts for you. You're the one doing all the adjusting. You start rewriting every life hack to fit your brain's weird little rules. Timers for everything, visual reminders, breaking big tasks into little toddler-sized pieces, leaving Post-its everywhere like you're being haunted by Casper the Worried Ghost. and you still forget to get your oil checked. I'm intimately familiar with the check engine light in my truck. But what you do gain is self-compassion. You stop calling yourself flaky. You stop apologizing for how your brain works. And you finally understand that normal is a myth, especially when it comes to focus, motivation, and memory. You stop wasting time and energy trying to be someone you're not. You stop trying to force your square peg brain into a round orb world. And maybe, just maybe, you start being your authentic self and build a life that fits you. Here's the weirdest part, though. Once I stopped blaming myself, I kind of liked myself for the first time. Like, oh, maybe being super passionate about some obscure 70s prog band isn't a personality flaw. Maybe it's okay that I need a different system to remember to pay bills, which is why I make my husband do it. He's better at math anyway. Maybe the ADHD isn't ruining my life. It's making me finally set boundaries. I know what I'm capable of now, and nobody is going to make me do something that I'm incapable of. So if you're watching this thinking, oh God, that's me. Yeah, probably. And no, you're not broken, and you're not alone. You're just someone who got the right diagnosis. 40 years later, do you suspect that you may have ADHD? Or have you been diagnosed? How did you figure out that you may be ADHD? How are you dealing with it? What are you most apt to hyperfocus on? Share your experiences in the comments below. Look for some cool links in the description. And thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please consider subscribing and hitting that like bell. And I will see you in the next one, if I remember.